Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. In today's video, we gotta work on a very small project. We're gonna do a multicolor HTV design. We're gonna show you from start to finish. This is gonna be a long video, so let's get started. The software we're gonna be using today is CorelDRAW X6. This is an older version, and our customer sent us his logo through Facebook, and this is the best we have. I already looked for and how I wasn't able to find this anywhere else. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this image and then gonna bring it to our software, paste. This logo is very special for a customer. Someone very close to him made this, so the idea is to try to keep it very close to the original, but we're still gonna spend some time trying to fix all the small details that we're gonna get. You're gonna get a better idea once we get to it. Also, one thing I need to mention is that whatever we know is what we have learned either watching other people like tutorials on YouTube, or other things that we have learned ourselves by trying different things. When you are getting started, all you have to do is just learn the basics and get things done. As you get better, you're gonna learn a lot of different tools, all the different tricks and all that. So we still got a long way to go, and I'm sure that the people that are graphic designers will know that we are not beginners, but still in the process. I wanted to make sure that I explain myself. Now, there are two different ways on how you can trace the image or vector it. Another tool that we have, or the main tool that we have here, we can go to Bezier tool. I'm not gonna do this method, but I just want to make a point and show you the basic idea. So with that Bezier tool, all you can do just like pretty much follow the trace, go around the image, which again I'm not gonna do. And like the way I'm doing it right now is what a beginner would do without making curves and all that. So just going like that straight, and then we can go back and fix those, and this is how we would do it. Another thing that I want to mention is that I have so many different shortcuts here. You can see that I have weld, I have the create boundary and all that stuff, even the wireframe and enhance. I'm going to try to remember to go up here and where you would normally find, without having all the shortcuts, where you would find most of the tools, but I may forget, so just wanted to let you know. All right, so I'm going to go here to view and wireframe. I will explain what wireframe and enhance is in a few minutes. So I'm going to select the little line that I just traced, and then I'm going to go here to shape tool. What I need to do, I need to select these little nodes, and I can edit each one of them, so I can move that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back, and what I can do right now, I can select these two, and then I can go to convert to curve, and I could just convert that. But let me go back, and nothing happened. I can, like, all of them are curved, so instead of going one by one, I can select all of them and then just go here to select all nodes. Pretty much a node is like, yeah, well, like the word says, each section here, like where each line crosses. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to curve, and that way I don't have to go one by one. I can just shape each one like that, and then like this. So you get an idea. I could pretty much just go around the image and make it like this, and I mean, this is like one of the best tools that you can learn. Like that way, if you have a really bad image, like a really bad resolution, you can always do this and it will be a lot better instead of what we are about to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that line and go back to wireframe, actually enhanced. So this is like the easiest way to vector an image. Unfortunately, if the image is like really bad quality, you're not gonna be able to use that image. This one is not the best, it's not the worst. You can still work with it. And also, one thing I want to mention is that this logo is gonna be about 3 inches tall. Like all the small details, we're not gonna worry too much because this image is gonna be so small that we're not going to be able to get all of them. And plus, this customer only wants 3 masks, and he also needed them pretty fast. So for the next order, he's going to have different shirts, and then for that, then we can spend more time and fix all the details. I'm going to select the image and go to bitmaps and go to actually outline trace. Like, we have different options, but I'm going to go ahead and select clip art. If you guys have been using, or if you are familiar with Silhouette Studio, it's pretty close to the option when you trace the image. The one on the left is the original, and the one on the right is the vector image. And I did zoom in because I just want to see how, like, all the details from close. And then I can, here you can lower this, like the details, you can make them less, and you can see a few changes. But I think I'm gonna go back to, see, like, that's why you have to zoom in and just pay attention to those, because you want to make sure that you get the best details possible. That way you do not have to invest so much time working with this image. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm happy with that, and I'm gonna go to OK. And up here, I'm gonna be able to show you like the huge difference between enhanced and wireframe. Remember that the one on the left is the original and the one on the right is the vector. I'm gonna go to wireframe. Like, you couldn't do anything if you were using a vinyl cutter. You could not cut this image. I mean, probably just the rectangle around it. But this one you could send it to the vinyl cutter just the way it is. But look at all those little details. So it's gonna do, I mean, the image is not ready to be sent to the vinyl cutter, but I just wanted to show you like the idea about wireframe and enhance. But sometimes you're gonna learn how to use both. Right now our image is all in just one, so I need to break them apart. I selected the image, I'm gonna go to arrange, and then I'm gonna go ahead and group them all. And then I can go back and view and do wireframe. This way I delete all the details that I need to get rid of, like those. Sometimes it's better to use that to do the wireframe when doing this. That way you do not get rid of something that you're not supposed to. All right, I'm gonna go back. So right now, if you can see, the black color is the main color. Usually we try not to layer different vinyls, especially with HTV. I mean, decal vinyl is fine, but HTV vinyl, if you want it to last longer, then it's not recommended to layer the vinyl. But for this one, what I need to do the black color. I want this to be solid color, and I'm going to move that to the side, and this is what will happen. Okay, so there are different ways on how you can make this a solid image. I could select it and then go here to shape tool and then just select all that and just delete it, which, I mean, this works. You can do it like that, but that would take a long time. Another way on how you can do that, kind of like an outline, but I'm gonna go here, show you to arrange, and then I'm gonna go to shaping and then do boundary. But I'm gonna show you something that we need to work on. See, we still have this section here. I'm gonna get rid of that, and what I need to do, I need to close this section. I'm gonna select that, or I can just either select that, go here to shape tool, or I could just do double click fast, and then you can see those are activated, and I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. And what I'm gonna do right now, I'm actually gonna get rid of these two. I'm going to bring this edge. This is the reason why our image was getting the details like after we did the trace. But I'm gonna go ahead and close that all the way. And then what I need to do, I need to go back and do a weld. Select the image, and then I'm gonna go here, weld. And then I'm going to repeat the same step that I did. I'm going to go back to arrange, shaping, and then boundary. And then, see, now we have our full image, how we need it. I'm going to give it a different color. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the little outline, just like that. And I'm going to bring this on top of the original image. That way we can see the details. And this is where sometimes you would, it would be a better idea to do the wireframe and all that. I can do wireframe, and I'm going to place this, and then I can do zoom out and see, like, just look around and see what we can fix. We can probably up here, I think this is where we can fix that. I'm gonna go ahead and select the outline, make sure that I select it right, not the square or the rectangle, and then I'm gonna go here to shape tool, and I can just get rid of some of these, the knots. And let me go back and show you with the enhance, so you can see like the details. See, like I can just delete those. And if you do too many of them, then like you're gonna start probably losing shape, like the image is gonna start taking a different direction, and you don't want that. So like I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Like if I get rid of all of these, see, that's what's gonna happen. So you gotta be really careful. Like if you delete, try to delete like one by one, or if you can do like 2 or 3 at the same time, or like we have up here, we have like a straight line, or not a straight line, but like in this position, I can get rid of those, and then we can clean that image like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. Up here I can just move this back like that. That's what I love about this software, because it is very, very friendly to just, all you can do, just pull it, and after, like if you change your mind and if you want to add another section here, let's say you wanted to make this a little, like I can bring it up here, move it like that, or even if I wanted to add a knot here, I can just double click, and then see, I can just move this. I know this may not work for this, but you can always add more knots if you got rid of too many. That's a great option. And I'm gonna go back to enhance, and then this one is ready. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna forget about the outline, so I'm just gonna use the letters, those, and then gonna bring them up here, place them on top, and I'm gonna pretty much repeat the same steps. You can see here that we can fix that. I'm gonna double click or just do that, and then I can just get rid of that, and then we'll go to enhance, actually wireframe. This is why you have to learn how to use both tools, because you're going to be interacting with both. And then see, this what will happen if you get rid of that. I mean, you can still fix it, you can still move that a little bit, and let me see, I think it looks better like that. And then I'm going to do the same with this letter. Get rid of that. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to keep using the wireframe. I'm going to select that the tool, the Bezier tool, and I'm going to create this from 0. I'm going to start from there, and then I'm going to go up here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait until I finish the image, because so the idea is to use a different one. I'm not going to use the original for this section, at least not for that section. And then I'm going to get rid of those because I already have the layers on this side. And let me go back to enhanced. All I have to do, I need to make 2 different sections here. I need the white, and then everything else will be red. I'm going to make a copy. I need this section here. I can either make another copy and then just use this section here, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Right now, if you can see here, this is what will happen. I'm going to weld those 2 images. That's what I mean. I need to weld those, and this is what will happen. Sometimes the inside of it will disappear, which is not a big deal. Hopefully the computer won't freeze. I'm going to try to weld the whole section and see what happens. Okay, where I see what happened. I mean, it didn't freeze. That's a good thing. The computer didn't freeze. I'm going to repeat the same step that I did earlier. I'm going to get that image, and then I'm going to go here to arrange, and then go to shaping tool, boundary, and then I think I can probably get rid of that one, and I'm going to make it red, and then get rid of that. See, that's how you save a few steps. Now I can bring this up here, and I'm gonna give it another color so we can see like the differences, and then I'm gonna put it right on top of the original image, and then gonna go here to view, and then wireframe. And up here, like, this is a huge mess, so this is where we need to invest the most time. I selected the yellow section, which I'm gonna get rid of so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna go to shape tool, and then I'm gonna start getting rid of some nodes here, but I think it's gonna be better if I go to enhance so I can see what's going on. See, just by getting rid of those, like, you can see like how it's looking a lot smoother. And then I can do the same here. Okay, and then here where we have like really bad details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start getting rid of those little by little, and then our image is gonna start looking better. And then I can move this a little bit so it doesn't look like that. And then, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go around the image, and then I'm gonna show you what the smoother image looks like. All right, I'm almost done like with the around the image, but I just want to also show you something here, which this is like really, I mean, this section looks really bad, but see how easy it is if I just get rid of those. And then I'm gonna just delete those. In case you are wondering about this software, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but the reason I'm showing this process is because I know a lot of people have been asking about like the type of software that we use to vector our images. Unfortunately, we do not have any experience with other software except Silhouette Studio. That's the one that came with our Cameo cutters, and you can also download it for free if you want to try it before you get a vinyl cutter, just to see if it's something that you want to use. But yeah, you can get it for free, download it for free. But this software is complete. With this software, you can pretty much do any designs, and this is the one we use to outsource our certain products, like when we get from Gotprint or other places. This is the software that we use to vector or to work on our designs. That's a good way to make some extra money. If you decide to get this software, you can always, you know, offer different products. Like I was talking to someone, like, if you want to invest in this software, it's a good idea to get into outsourcing products, like things that you cannot make with a vinyl cutter. You can always, if you want, like, give it a try and do like outsourcing, like business cards and all that. You do not have to invest a lot of money in getting the equipment. I mean, there are, just like with everything, there are pros and cons when you outsource. Like outsourcing can take some time, and sometimes you don't know, like when you are getting something for the first time with a company, like you don't really know like the quality and the time it's going to take and all that. So it can be a little risky at first, but if you get like anything from like make sure that you read their reviews and all that, just to see what feedback people been giving about certain places. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to probably bring this and then place it where it belongs, like try to align it as best as I can. And then I'm gonna go back to wireframe and just what I'm probably going to move the whole thing around. I need to be this before I make the small image at the bottom. I need to make that this make sure that this one the whole thing is straight as best as I can get it. Let's see, the letters have to be aligned, and I can probably do like 5. See, I mean, of course, the way the image was taken, and that's gonna make it a huge difference. But I think that's the best we can do. And then I'm gonna go back to. I'm actually gonna leave it at that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that little ruler, and then I'm gonna go back and use the not the wireframe, but the Bezier tool. And then I'm gonna start from here, and then I'm gonna go all the way to try to get it the center. And then I'm gonna go back all the way here. The software is telling you exactly where the image is aligned, and then I'm gonna let it go there, and then I'm gonna go like this and try to align it. Don't worry if you do not get it 100%. You can always go back and align it, edit the knots, and then just like that. And this is how we can see if it's aligned or not. I'm gonna bring one of those little rulers here. Oops, nothing happened. My computer is freezing now. I'm gonna bring those, make sure that they are 100% aligned, and I need to bring this a little bit to the right, like that. See, that's how easy it is to edit those. Now I'm gonna go back to enhanced, and then I'm gonna give this a yellow color like that, and then I can move those to the side and then get rid of that, make this original color black, and then I'm gonna bring that to the back, order, and then send to the back of page. Okay, and then in the end, our customer wants to do a few changes. So we're gonna keep this red, and then the letters are gonna be yellow. And then I'm gonna use the same image, just like I did. I'm gonna go back to bitmaps and then go to outline, clip art, and then I'm not gonna worry about anything else but the white line. I'm gonna try to get it as close as I can to the original. Hopefully we can use that. Let's see, let's work on that, getting rid of some details and see when it's closer to the original. What happens if we go that far? See, it's gonna take a little bit. And it's not really making that much of a difference. I think I'm gonna let it about there. I'm gonna be okay with that, and that's all I need to get from that this image. I'm just gonna go back to arrange and then group them all, and I'm just gonna weld that section. I'm gonna make it yellow so you see what I'm adding, and then click shift button, and then I'm gonna go to weld. I mean, I don't have to do it right now. I can go select each one. Let's see. Okay, that's what I need. I'm gonna get rid of this now, and then I need to fix that. I can just double click. Since this is the only thing that I gotta fix, I'm gonna do it like this, like I showed you earlier. And then I can probably make this a little bit thinner. I'm gonna see how it looks like, but I'm gonna bring that to the front of page, and then just get an idea if this is, I mean, it doesn't have to be like 100%, but I mean, we can always make it a little bit thinner, and we still got to fix some little details here, which I'm gonna do real fast. And then we can probably make it a little thinner if we want, just whatever we want to do with it. See, that's what happens if you delete too many of them. So I'm gonna go back, get rid of those, and then okay, that looks much better. I can always make it like that. So it's not a big deal if you get rid of too many. You can either go back, or you can always fix those. You can still go back and fix them. See, I'm making it a little thinner. I wish Silhouette Studio would let you do like all the steps that I'm doing and this easy. I mean, I know there's a learning curve. Like when you just get it, it's gonna take some time to learn how to use this software, but it's totally worth it. And I'm totally happy like with the way it looks. Now I need to weld that with this section here. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld, and then I select the yellow section on top and just put it on the side. And this one I need to weld with that section. Okay, and then we have all of our images ready to be applied. Then I'm actually gonna go back and put them all on top, and then make sure that I make the image the right size, which is gonna be 3.25. And then I need to add like the letters, which is not a big deal. You should know how to do that. Like just go to the text tool, and then I'm gonna just add whatever we need to do. So this is the idea for this design. The image, I mean the mask, is not the actual size. Just gonna get an idea, like a basic idea. We're gonna place that about there, and then we're gonna do like the letters on around this section here, which is gonna be a challenge because the mask is very hard to keep it straight. Like the letters are gonna go about there. So this is a basic idea of what this design is gonna be like. There are so many small details that we can take care of, we can fix, but we're not gonna worry about it too much. So we are ready to start cutting our vinyls. If you like this video, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We would also appreciate your feedback if you like this type of videos where we show the whole process, how we work the image, and how we apply it. Thank you for your support. The type of vinyl we're going to use is Caesar Easy Weed. We're going to do 3 different colors, and we're going to use one of them is going to be a small piece of it. And the vinyl cutter is the Graphic CE 6060. We have all of our images ready. I forgot to mention that we had to mirror it, and the software that came with the vinyl cutter is Cutting Master 3. We're going to make several copies, and we're going to check the settings. The settings for this software, the Cutting Master 3, offset 0, cut force 13, speed, we're going to have it at about 30. We're going to start cutting the red color. Although this is going to be a small project, I always like to make sure to align the vinyl so nothing goes wrong. And the reason we're going to use the Graphic CE 6060, first of all, this is our favorite vinyl cutter. It's very fast, reliable. We don't have to keep an eye on it, although we try to do it, especially with bigger projects. You can just let it work, do its magic without any intervention. Another of the reasons why I'm using this vinyl cutter is because when cutting small pieces like the black color, it's going to be just a scrap piece of vinyl, and it makes it so easy. We never use any cutting mat, although with the small vinyl cutter, the Cameo 4, I think you have to use a cutting mat every time you use a small piece like we are about to do in a minute. Now we're cutting the black color. This is the smaller piece of vinyl. I mean, it's not really that small. It's about like the width is about 12 by 4. And as you saw, I had to press the button because the sensors couldn't read it because it was too small for it. but I had to press continue. Now it's time to start weeding out all the different layers of vinyl. We're gonna do it carefully, especially with this section since we have like really small letters. Although if any of them come off, we can always place them back. It's very similar to the way you weed out the Oracle 651, although I think placing back, if any of the design comes off, I think when you are using HTV vinyl, it's a lot easier. And here you can see the reason why we love this machine. Like, we got really small details and everything came out perfect. Now we're ready to start heat pressing. This is the mask we're gonna work with. It's made of 100% polyester. I'm gonna pre-press it, but I'm gonna fold it in half so I can get a better idea where to center the logo. And I'm gonna repeat the same step on the other side. Now this is the center of the mask, and I know the height. It has to be about half an inch from the nose down, and I'm gonna measure it before I apply it. I'm gonna press it for 3 seconds, and then after that I'm gonna remove the transfer so the vinyl doesn't shrink that much, and I don't want to end up with the marks. Like, the transfer sometimes leaves like the marks, and I want to avoid those. And then I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit and then apply the next color. I'm gonna align the next layer of vinyl. I'm gonna do the best I can to center it, and then after that I'm gonna repeat the same steps. I'm just gonna pre-press it for a few seconds. I'm avoiding each layer of vinyl to shrink, and it looks perfect. I'm gonna let it cool off for a few seconds. Now I'm gonna apply the last layer of vinyl, and as you can see here, I had to cut the image in half because, as I was saying, the vinyl shrinks the more presses you do, and that's why I had to cut it, because it wouldn't match 100%. So now we're ready to keep repeating the same step. Press it for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna remove the transfer, and then we're gonna press the full cycle. If you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We would also appreciate if you share this video. Thank you. If you want to support us additionally, we have memberships available in our channel. Just go to the join button and you will get all different options. Make sure you read every single one of them, as they offer different perks. If you want to be able to use the decal calculator to come up with estimates for your projects, make sure you select the gold membership. Thank you for your support, and see you until the next one.